Why, hello. How you doing, kids? We got Warframe today. You voted. I will listen. Boop. And boop. There it is. What do we got today? Morphix, Orkin, Mutagen. I still need to restock all my mutagens after building the Hema for the dojo. I'm good on Orkin cells. I should have a whole shit ton of mutagen samples, but I don't because it costed so many. I have been enjoying the wolf sledge quite a bit. Decided I'd go out on a limb and rebuild one of those weapons that I really liked, but never gave a fair shake because of when it came out. I was kind of resource deprived. So I bent back into forming up the wolf sledge. Also unveiled a bunch of my melee rivens. Unveiled a new wolf sledge riven because I could not find where my other one went, so I guess it's just lost to the void. What's going on, Raiden? How you doing, buddy? Also in the process unveiled a Sidon, a Korum, and a Praedos riven. I've heard the Praedos is pretty good, actually. I might need to check that out at some point. But the wolf sledge is hilarious. It is, as you can see, heavy hammer. It uses a hammer slot and all that, except there's one key difference with it, and it's the reason... Oh, sorry. The reason I wanted to revisit it, and the reason that I really liked it when it first came out. Those of you who've used the wolf sledge already know what I'm talking about. Those of you who've barely picked it up at all, you're in for a pleasant surprise. There's a reason I'm using specifically the Palatine skin on it. And that is because the Palatine skin looks the most like a certain fictional warhammer. And the wolf sledge secret ability that it has over any other hammer. First of all, I'm using Crushing Ruin. It's the same basic hammer set, right? You've seen this a million times if you use a hammer. But one thing this does that others can't, you can fucking yeet the damn thing. Just like a glaive, and explode it, and have it come back. And this little feature right here, the Mjolnir toss, yes, Lurker, you're exactly correct. It's the Mjolnir toss. The Mjolnir toss is exactly what this thing is built around for this build. And I will show the build, and then I'll show what it can do. Okay, Crushing Ruin's the stance. I just picked Crushing Ruin because I wanted to pick a stance. Dispatch Overdrive is because this will constantly hit a heavy attack every time you use it. Does it force proc some status? Actually, the way it's kitted out, it doesn't need to, because as you can see, its status chance is currently 84.9%. It's 53% blast, 31% electricity, so that's all it's got to proc. It just needs one electricity proc to get going, that's it. Galvanized, Reflex, Steel, and Elementalist. Elementalist is there to buff that status chance and also give just a little bit more oomph. Steel is there specifically for a little bit of crit. It's not necessarily needed. You could honestly drop Steel, but Steel actually functions with Organ Shatter over here. Amalgam, Organ Shatter, and Killing Blow, I would say, are essential because they speed up the throw very much. And this actually boosts the damage, but you could drop Amalgam, Organ Shatter, and Galvanized Steel if you want to. It is a single element build. All it's got on here for elements is Voltaic Strike. Drop the Riven, replace it with Prime Pressure Point, because this is basically Prime Pressure Point with a couple things strapped to it, that's all. But Galvanized Reflex is essential because that plus 20 initial combo, and Prime Fury is there just for ease of use. Melee Influence brings it all together, and I'll show you what this thing can do. How you doing, Natris? Nice to see you. Hello. Goodbye. That was 2 throws. That was 2 throws, and you'll notice how they all got sent to the stratosphere as well. This thing has hilarious knockback. Yeet! That gunner was not dead. It just got yeeted. It's got a 40-meter range for the throw. You can detonate it prematurely if you feel like it. I saw Warframe stream. Sleep can wait. Oh, I'm glad you decided to get here, but you do need some sleep. So just as a kick, I need one more level in this thing. What's going on, Edward? How you doing, buddy? Hello. Oh, and one of my absolute favorite things about this, the alternative holster, I guess, actually works really well with one of my favorite frames. Where is he? It's so perfect. It's so perfect, it makes me want to run Nasia more often. It's just so good, but I am currently on a Lavos kick still. So, I'm going to show you guys just how funny this damn thing can be. Because I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to build this for a meme, you know. I just like being able to throw the hammer. And then I actually took it for a test drive over in, oh, Steel Path Incursion. How about that? I actually took it out on a Steel Path test run because I was like, why not? When I say I didn't have enough enemies to actually test it on, it's because they were all dying off screen.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
And the great thing about Lavos is give just a little bit more electric status to my weapon. These are Steel Path mod enemies, by the way. And in case you're wondering, the hammer has a 5-meter explosive radius. What you're seeing outside of that is what the hammer force procs over to melee arcane. It's shifting all of that damage to the entire room in general, in a 20-meter radius specifically. And you'll see now I have a 6x combo multi. So, at this point, it is doing a solid 3 times the damage. And it is spreading that damage. You saw that was a tick for 1.4 million. They'll die off screen. There's nothing they can do now. All I need is to do is hit one of them, and then the rest are just gone. Look at how goofy this shit is. Oh, and if you pair it with the mecha set like I'm doing, it's even worse. Because occasionally you'll force target that one that has the mecha mark over their head, and they will be no more. That's it. It's over. That being said, it does have a small 5-meter explosion radius, so you do have to aim in the same area code as whatever you want to start proccing status. So that small 5-meter circle right here, that was the direct hit. All the other numbers you saw after that, those are the indirect hits from melee exposure. That's all melee exposure working in conjunction with the hammer. It's the same principle as the Zorus or a glaive that's running melee exposure. But you see, the thing is, and I know people are like, oh, we'll just use the Zorus. Yes, I could do that. But you see, the thing about the Zorus is you can't do this with the Zorus. You can't just roll up and break someone's face with the Zorus. I love glaives. Glaives are one of my favorite weapons types. But this is just so much more intimidating. You're rolling up with a giant hammer and hucking it at somebody's head. What's not to love? I mean, yeah, you could use the glaive. You could use the meta, but what's more fun? Pretending you're Thor and hucking this at somebody's head, or just using a glaive? Yeah, it's gonna be a no from me, Tim. Sent that Eximus to the Shadow Realm. And since we're using our boy Potion Maker here, I have no stagger now. I was forgetting to use my my transmutation probe, but now that I have, we don't have any stagger. And this is just me running without using any of his abilities. If I was using his abilities to force proc certain types of stats, like gas, like this, it's actually a lot more effective. Because now I'm going to be spreading gas to everything, too. Remember, you only need one electricity proc to really get the ball rolling. That's all you need. And the unique thing about Lavos's Valence augment is the fact that you have another instance of guaranteed status and damage on top. It doesn't draw from your current weapon status, so it doesn't really draw away like something like Nourish would do. Nourish would dilute the status pool. Lavos does not. Oof, that was a big indirect hit. The build seems interesting, but I don't think I have Wolf Sledge. Dude, if you need help farming Wolf Sledge, I can give you some help farming Wolf Sledge. The build is extremely effective if you want something fun. This is the ban hammer. You see this right here? This is the ban hammer. If you want to ban something from existence, you hit them with the ban hammer. If they're annoying you, just get up nice and close, bonk them with the ban hammer. If they're a little too far away for you to get up nice and close, just throw the ban hammer at their face. Works every time. The only time this doesn't work is currently there's a bug where melee exposure acts weird when you're not the host. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. So it's not guaranteed it'll act weird. You can still throw it, you just might not get as many exposure procs. That's the only difference. Watch me vanish. Oh, Juniper.
Extraction is available if you need it.
Not me just killing Torment with nothing but my abilities. Here, have some hammer. And he's gone. Yikes. I love my ban hammer. My ban hammer's fun. Plus, as I said, it's using dispatch overdrive, so you can start going extremely fast right after you throw it and hit something in the head. And then when you start going slow again, you just throw it again to hit something in the head. You notice that entire time I stayed in one area. I did not go and I hit any life support columns at all. That is because of the fact that I was killing just so many enemies, both on and off screen. Ones you could see, ones you couldn't see, ones that were behind me, ones that were in front of me, but around the corner, that I never needed life support at all. As a non-Necros frame, that's hilarious, but I want you to keep in mind, you can bring this hammer to Necros, so his Desecrate can work for you as well. It's just a great, great weapon. I'm having fun with it. It's not giga meta. It's not, holy shit, this is groundbreaking. It's not, oh my god, nuke the world. It's not like fucking up there. It is, however, extremely fun to take a 3-ton hammer and throw it at something's head and watch them explode. That's fun. I like fun. Plus, being able to have the custom holster, have it right there. I think that's neat. I just like it. I just think it's neat. I need to get in the mood to play Warframe again, but it isn't coming back. The updates aren't helping. Zorus is doo-doo when there's only 1 or 2 enemies. Zorus is still pretty good when there's 1 or 2 enemies. It's just that this weapon and the Zorus shine when you've got a lot of enemies to leech that exposure onto. Let me see if I have any Wolf Sledge parts. I might be able to give you a little leg up here. Save you some farm time. Let me see if I have any. I have a handle. And I might have a beacon. I do not have a beacon. I have a handle I can give you if you need one. But that's about all I can give you, my guy. Sorry. Speaking of, do I have anything cooking I need to pull out right now? Forma, Gravimag. Oh. Gotta make another one of those. Trying to get in the habit of making at least one of these a day, you know? Which means once a day I visit the Void and try and pick up at least 1 Void crystal. Sorry, Argon crystal. Some people are sticklers for real names. Alright, so it's a weekly reset. That was just something flashy I wanted to show off that I've been working on last week. I tried working on the Zenistar. I'm gonna be honest. It needs something. I can make a build with the Zenistar, with Kullervo, with all the buffs, with all the everything, and it will work fine. But the thing is when you have to dedicate your Warframe selection, your Warframe arcane selection, your pet selection, your helmet selection, your shard selection, just to make one melee weapon okay. That's too much effort to make something into something good. And y'all know I love making something into something good, but when it requires every single thing in your arsenal to make it good, that's a bit much for me. I prefer weapons that can stand on their own without outside buffs. Outside buffs making them shine are fantastic, but if it's a requirement to make them functional, that just don't sound fun. All right, let's go to the Iron Wake, see what we got this week. Don't worry about it, I'm not even playing it right now. Well, you know, if you feel like coming back to Warframe, I'd love to have you here. What about the updates are keeping you away from Warframe? Or is it because you have to download them and it sucks having to re-download? Just curious. Hello, Paladino. I'm here for my weekly pickup. Pistol. Pistol. Double pistol. And some more Kuva. Alright. So that's from her for the week. We got about 3 or 4 shops we usually stop by the every time the weekly reset happens, so we're just hitting those up now. I already have it downloaded. I don't have the courage to press play. Well, dude, if you feel like playing Warframe, I'm always down to have a squad mate. The new campaign genuinely looks ass. I hate proto frames. Now, that's understandable. I hated them at first too, but the way they wrote it into the story actually makes sense. There's a line when you're talking to one of them on why they exist, and the theory that the Drifter has is that the proto-frames exist so that if Warframes couldn't make the jump through the Helminth DNA system into the year 1999 where Entrati is trying to pull off his stuff, the Drifter would have some kind of Warframe to be able to help Entrati. That's why they're there. So the whole reason behind proto-frames is because Entrati knew you'd need some tool there, and he wanted to make sure you had something. I was slacking last week. I need to trade more void plumes. Looks like I'm not going to be able to pick this up until tomorrow. That's alright. I mean, I could get it today if I felt like hunting an angel. The campaign is honestly pretty good, and you'll notice I am not, like, the whole dating thing I can do without, but the thing is the system's not mandatory. You can just ignore it. I think I'd have your viewpoint on the whole thing if dating was mandatory. Thank God it's not, because I don't do the whole dating thing in games like this. I think it's a silly addition. Now, I'm not gonna knock anyone who enjoys it. If you enjoy it, fucking go for it. I am, however, very thankful to Digital Extremes for not making that shit mandatory, because I'm not interested. However, you are able to talk to them, and just talk to them, and just, like, learn lore through the Drifter explaining it, like the Drifter explaining how his time loop worked and all that stuff. I appreciate the lore bits that are dropped in conversation there, because there's a lot of things that kind of, you know, fall by the wayside and you can miss the details of that they sort of shine a light on in those conversations, and I very much like that. All right, next up, where do we want to head now? Let's go to the Sanctum. I think the whole time travel thing is interesting in that 1999 is nothing like our world's 1999. Like, there's something that clearly changed in between. I think it's neat. I'd like to know where the timelines diverged, personally. But I don't know if we'll ever get that far into the weeds. Shiny treasures. Azure this week, huh? Thank you. And what do we have this week?
Word to the wise, Tenno. Do not ask about Bird 1 and 2.
Do not ask about Bird 1 and 2. Jesus. All right, we've got Necros, Chroma, and Mesa. Necros is probably the one I'm going to go with there because of mirror defense. Karak, Hind, Convectress. Well, the Karak's the only one I have. Staticor, Stug, and Viper. Staticor it is. Dark Split Sword, Ghoul Saw, Akin Brunt. God, all those weapons are shit. Never mind, I might run Mesa because all of my weapons are shit. Like, all of them. Yeesh, that hurts. Staticor is okay, but it's not, you know, something that can really take you through deep Archimedia. And Karak is okay. I think I've got the Kuva variant, but it's not built, so it's going to be a pain in the dick to use. So I'm probably just going to run Mesa. Either Mesa or Necros, because if I bring Necros, I can always bring my Hound and then just stealth and let the clones handle the whole damn thing for me. Nice hair. All right, now we need to visit Space Dad in two places. We need to visit him on the relay, and we need to visit him in the void. Well, I guess Duviri's technically between the void. You guys know what I mean. I tell you, the worst thing the Conclave losers ever did was argue that the Universal Medallion shouldn't be able to be used for this. It's not a Universal Medallion if you can't use it for Conclave 1. And 2, how much of an absolute pathetic sod do you have to be to complain that you're having people actually be able to interact with a system that nobody cares about? Because you're upset because you already interacted with the system. Like, my bro, my guy, my dude. I'm still salty over that, and it's been years. It's absolutely ridiculous that they let them fucking be like, no, if people want Conclave stuff, they should play the Conclave. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. You now can no longer use Universal Medallions to get Conclave standing. Did that make anyone play the Conclave? Yeah, exactly. No, it didn't. You still have nobody playing the Conclave. But now you have nobody playing the Conclave, and universally, anyone who knows about this with the Universal Medallions hates Conclave players. So it's the exact same situation, but worse, because now everybody doesn't like you because you're a bunch of whiny bitches. I'm never going to let that go, by the way. A friend of mine told me, you should just let that go. It's been years. No, I'm never going to let that go. Oh, shoot. I'm slacking on Steel Essence, too. I tell you, I got distracted. Now, we'll grab the Riven Cipher, and if we get enough Steel Essence by the end of the week, we'll grab the Umbra Former Blueprint. But we have... Actually, I think I have 6. That's a lot of Umbra Forma. I can't imagine I'm really going to need any more. Let's go ahead and check out the weekly offerings in Duviri, shall we? Rhino, Wukong, Baruch, Banshee, Jade. I might play since Jade's up there. Phage, Cinta. Well, none of these weapons matter because Jade's up there. Jade's the full package. She doesn't need anything else. What do we got in the circuit this week? It's this week. Holy shit. Okay. I have not played with these two. All right? I'm gonna sprinkle a whole pinch of salt on what I am about to say because I have not played with these two. All right? Can't vouch for how good they are. They might be amazing as well. I don't know, so I can't speak to it. Torrid is the best weapon in the game right now. Miter is one of my favorite Incarnins. Atomos is probably the best secondary in the game right now. This gun has been my favorite since I picked it up back in 2018. I liked it then, I liked it when people called it shit. I liked it when people laughed when the Kuva Nucor stole its gimmick for the Kuva weapons, and I like it now that it's had its appropriate power boost via Incarnon Genesis. It is a fantastic gun, and it is my number 1 pick out of all of these because I really like it, and I'm biased, fuck you. My number 2 pick is the Miter. I know, I just said the turret is the best weapon in the game. However, the Miter is fun. It launches heat-seeking explosive projectile saws, and I love that. Just like I love throwing a 3-ton hammer at people's face, I love the fact that I can just send out heat-seeking missiles with this thing, and it's a blast. The turret is the weapon that you pull out when you want to turn your brain off and win. It is disgustingly good. It is extremely good. You do not have to aim for the head to charge the Incarnon meter, and you just need to point it in the general area where enemies are, and congratulations, hold down the trigger, you win. That's it. That's all it takes. The turret is just that good. It's fantastic. It's a really good gun. But my priorities, if you haven't gotten any of these, Atomos Miter Torrid. Now, if you want just raw meta, Torrid, actually even then, Atomos Torrid Miter. I say that because of the fact that, yes, the Torrid is that good, but the Atomos, I was able to use it in more situations, such as you guys may have seen me killing the Ultra Super Tank boss with Natris. The Atomos was able to pull that off because its direct hit in Incarnon mode does a ridiculous amount of damage to weak points. So Torrid doesn't have that in Incarnon mode. So this has a little bit of an edge over the Torrid. And the usual shit if you have nothing. I have not picked up either of these two. So I'll pick just at random. There we go. Let's check their evolutions. Auto fire mode and ricochet. Base damage by 60. Ooh, plus 33 direct damage per status type. So it has a built-in condition overload. Okay. On ability cast, plus 5% multi-shot. That probably doesn't go over to Incarnon mode, though. Things are weird. I would say evolution 1. Reload for empty, plus 100% reload speed, plus 50% magazine reloaded when holstered, minus 50% weapon recoil. Couldn't really tell you because I haven't used it, so. Base critical chance by 20%. On headshot, plus 70% toxin. On kill, plus 3 punch through. I would say base critical. Base critical's just good on secondaries. I like how this one just changes the fire mode, but every melee is like, by the way, get 100% plus melee damage, plus 20% sprint speed, plus 20% parkour velocity, a free hand job, and a Big Mac. Like, every gun is just like, yeah, switch to Incarnon mode, don't get any damage bonuses or whatever. But this one's like, get everything. You get everything. Kills create a toxin damage field. That's actually kind of neat. Base damage by 90, 5 additional combos on targets affected by toxin. Oh, that's cool. Base damage by 90 on striking target with final move of neutral combo. Okay, that's definitely option 1. Plus 0.6 base range, plus 7-second combo duration, plus 100% heavy attack wind-up speed. Normally I'd say range because they're dual daggers, but eh. Base status chance by 34%. Holy shit. That's a lot. That's a lot. Killing an enemy with 3+ toxin stacks, plus 33 health regen a second for 9 seconds. That's actually kind of neat. And collecting animal grants 5 melee combo counter. Aylward, stop trying to upcharge me. I said a free hand job, not a free blow job. You got to get it right, all right? And that's not from me. That's it's the Cave Johnson conundrum. No, that's not from me. That's from Darling Dima out by the dumpsters. You're gonna have to go and talk to her. Don't worry, her smile's a little weird, but that's just because she has no more teeth and she misplaced her dentures, or she pawned them. It depends on what day of the week it is. I'd say all three of these sound pretty good, but that increased base status chance by plus 34%, that's a fuck ton. Holy shit. But can I throw it into people's heads? Probably not. How's my... Ooh, we're almost done here. God, thank God. We almost have all of these full again. Once this one is done filling up, I can switch back over to this one and get this one back to rank 5. Once this one's back on rank 5, I'll be cruising until the next prime comes out, and then when the next prime comes out, I'll be able to collect my 126 relics with no problem. I don't like farming relics, okay? I am lazy. I am a lazy boy. Okay. Probably sortie. Yeah, probably sortie. Oh, and a fun thing. If you use this hammer with a frame like Ivara, your stealth is guaranteed. And melee attacks and charged melee attacks do not take you out of stealth. And if you really want to be a salty little bastard, Ivara's Navigator can control the hammer. Now, granted, you're only able to hit one target with it before it comes back, but that means that you can set up a dash wire, launch your hammer, and then just kind of steer it around corners, finding groups of unfortunate enemies and blow them up. It's pretty fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. I've done it a little bit. How is my Jade build right now? Full Tau Forged Orange. Primed Heated, Primed Fulmination, Primed Target Cracker, Galv Diffusion, Hornet Strike. Yeah, it seems fine to me. Fuck it. We'll go into Deviri. Turn the hammer into the Hitman briefcase? Yes, that is exactly what it does. Oh, right. What do we got this week? Oh, that's cool. I need more catalysts. Secondary arcane, probably. Oh, neat. They have a reactor up here, too. Ooh, that is a tough choice. I'm gonna go with the Auraforma since they're about to change those into Omniforma. Ooh, Emerald Archon. Nice, Sue. Speaking of Archons, I need to do my maintenance on Audrey too here. We're good on food. Hey, we can make another blue Tau Forged. Confirm. I have 13 blue Tau Forged shards. Jesus Christ. What am I gonna do with them all? No, like, legitimately, the only time I ever use blue is when I need to make purple or make green. That's the only time. I don't use them otherwise. Oh, we just need one more red to get another Tau Forged red. Nice. What do we have on helmet this week? Ivara, Baruch, and Wisp. I suppose I can go into Deviri. Help somebody out. Might as well. We got Jade. Let's run it. I think the next few updates, we need updates that focus on the operator. I'm gonna be honest, I'm getting a little tired of the drifter. I understand he has a very tragic backstory. I'm gonna be absolutely 100% with you. I don't give a shit. Okay? I don't care. I don't care about his tragic backstory, all right? Operator is a child soldier that was stuck in the old war and the new war. There is so much potential for that story, but instead we're focusing on fucking mommy daddy issues the person. I am tired of him. I get it. I understand. It's also a really cool concept. I know, but I would like to focus on the war crime factory that the operator is, please. And thank you. Speaking of war crime factories, how about Jade? Pregnant Warframes are a thing. Still weird concept. It's been more than a year. It's still weird. You can see the orb in her belly. That's disturbing. Is interspatial void travel harmful for unborn? You know what? Fuck it. Just not gonna ask the question, I guess. What do we got for degrees? There we go. That's gonna give artists ideas. Please no. Please no ideas for the artists. The artists already have enough ideas. Thank you. Wait, hold on a second. In the main area, I was the drifter. Here, I am the operator because that's my default right now. Also, fit goes hard. I'm just gonna say it. Operator's got the drip, all right? I know they're short, all right? But they can't help it. They're like 16, okay? Be nice to my boy. Time for war crimes. Time for fucking war crimes. Time for war crimes. Have some white phosphorus. Legitimately, she's just a floating white phosphorus launcher. And I love it. Oh my god, we have a vault. That makes this even more fun. She's a blast. Literally. Did I? I already killed 500 enemies. Whoops. I already killed 500 enemies. I feel a little bad. But only a little. This is a lot of damage to be doing to Steel Path enemies, by the way. Like, a lot of damage. If I ever come back to Warframe, I might build Jade. Haven't tested her yet. She is very good. She is very good. She is made of tissue paper, though. Her survivability mostly comes from the same place that Titania's survivability comes from, in that you can give her evasion while she's airborne. She has built-in evasion while she's airborne. And her 4, as you can see, makes her airborne. So, you know, this is where most of her survivability comes from. Her healing comes from her 1. In order to engage with that, though, you have to come back down to Earth. So, you know, it's a little dangerous for her. Also, fire rate can be a little sluggish if you don't have your companion with you, like I don't right now. So I'm going to be focusing on my decrees to boost my fire rate. You also have to dip low to the ground every now and then to get energy, which is kind of a pain in the ass. My fire rate right now is what my fire rate would be if I had my pet. It's the Volt that's here that's giving me this fire rate right now. And if you see a big bunch of enemies, just throw down your 1 and then hit the alt fire. It pretty much just wipes them out. Unless they're like level 2000 or something. It'll clear enough chaff that most of them will be gone. Oh, yeah. And you can revive people from the air if your Ophinium eyes are active. It's a good time. So basically, the concept of mercy from Overwatch, except you're an actual avenging angel who heals people from on high. Instead of, you know, a generic blonde woman with an angel motif.
Has been scattered to the void.
Wee.
It is my duty to make extra.
It is my duty to please that booty.
A true Tenno understands how to combine the elements coursing through their warframes. Prove yourself. Find the crucible and the amphors it
Got one.
needs to create a complex elemental force. Your enemies hold
Oh, and she's also very slow when she's flying. As you can see, it's more of a leisurely sort of float than Titania's like super speed. So I'll let you know, you ain't gonna be a speedster with this unless you build specifically for that. It is an energy hog as well if you build it for power strength like I do. You're welcome, everyone. I'm here to help. And the cool thing is if you see your friends like struggling down there on the ground, you can do a whole bunch of things from on high to help them out, like keeping your Ophinium eyes up that strips armor away. And then if you see that they're having trouble with a group of enemies, toss down your one, your friends will heal and your enemies will melt. It's really neat. She's got a great kit. She's great support / attack. She is, however, very energy hungry, unfortunately, which is why I have equilibrium on her. I need to go ahead and normally I would not take this, however, nope. Nope. Yes. So right now what I need for her is efficiency mostly. And since Ophinium Eyes strips away any kind of defenses that include shields and shit like that, it's incredibly useful for fighting everyone. It also, you see how I'm kind of using it to spotlight. I'm not even really using it to deal damage or to remove those defenses. I'm mostly using it so that I can see where enemies are from all the way up here, because their little damage numbers start ticking up. And that's when I know to just lay into them, instead of just, you know, spam firing everywhere. Angel Woman, that they keep removing her pistol because of my pacifism. Yeah. That, and I need to somewhat think of a build for my Harrow, because he's in a weird spot right now. Harrow's actually incredibly good right now, but I'll agree, he is in a weird spot. Because on the one hand, he can provide incredible synergy for the team. On the other hand, he can just be really greedy and go nuts. And that's sort of a weird dichotomy of Harrow builds. It's either I'm spreading the love, or I am become fucking greedy McScribble guts and I want all of the buffs for myself, thank you. Now, minimum rage Harrow is pretty funny. You're immortal a lot of the time, you've got insane crit a lot of the time. But, I prefer to spread the love myself. I'm flying low because I'm trying to get some of that sweet, sweet energy, so I don't have to touch down as often. If I can just pick it up as it drops, it's a good time. Plus, I've got enough evasion at this level, I should be fine. And it looks like we have a Yeah, okay. No, never mind. I can stay closer to the ground than before. On account of the fact that we have a Dante, he's giving me enough overguard for me to just kind of cruise around down here and not worry. So my Affinium Eye strips away their armor, and then the 4 just does the rest. The hardest thing is just making sure you don't run out of energy. I could put flow on here, but honestly, equilibrium's enough as long as you keep mine to pick up orbs every 30 seconds, maybe.
This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand.
That's 2. Can we go for 3? And that's 3. With this much overguard, I'm perfectly fine staying near to the ground. You guys really thought that would protect you? Hiding? Come on, man. You're supposed to be void manifestations, not cowards. Get out of here. Perish. I want to say, Lurker, I want to say that the AoE on each shot is about 5 to 6 meters. So you're bombing them. This isn't like Titania where you're doing a gun run. You are straight up bombing them from orbit with this. It's definitely not as much of a gun run kind of thing as Titania. Titania's more single point Gatling. This is a gun run kind of thing. But when she's out of energy, she struggles. There we go. Give me some of that sweet, sweet NRG. Little more. Little more. Too much. Take it back. Up. Honk. Doop. You know, a funny thing happened earlier. It seems that a lot of my funnier interactions come from people who've never watched me before trying to interact with me on Twitter, like they know who I am. You know what I got called today? I got called a V-tweeter. Do you guys know what a V-tweeter is? A V-tweeter is somebody who, like, is in a permanent state of debut soon, right? They never actually stream, okay? They never stream. They just pretend that they're a VTuber on Twitter. For clout, I guess. I don't know. They called me a fucking V-tweeter. Guys, when was the last day I didn't stream? No, legitimately, when was the last day I didn't stream? Like, you can say whatever you want about me. You can say that I'm small. You can say that I'm not funny, because I'm not. You can say my voice is weird, because it is. But you can't say that I don't stream, because... when do I not? I wasn't even insulted. I just laughed at them and sent them a screen cap of, like, my previous fucking stream analytics schedule, because it fills out blocks. Twitch basically just fills out blocks of each day you've streamed on a little tiny calendar under the analytics menu. I just sent a screen cap of that with LOL, you have no idea. And they deleted their shit. Pathetic. I mean, at least stick to your guns and insist that you're right, or maybe admit that you're wrong. Don't just like, oh, never mind, gonna leave. Sad. It's sad. Oh, is this a survival? That might be a little difficult on account of the fact that I'm about to have a lot of difficulty surviving. I'm on the ground with no weapons. JK, I still got these hands. I may be out of energy, but I'm not out of options. Oh, I should probably actually, like, cash in some of these, huh? Death by 1,000 cuts, baby! Oh, thank goodness. Okay. And I'm airborne again! That's what I mean by having trouble with energy. If I was cashing in my decrees like I should be, I would have plenty of energy. Let me do that now. Greedy heal. Ooh, Rangers reload. Normally these two would be incredible, but red damage reduction seems nice. Good shit. We live in a time that kids don't swear in COD lobbies anymore. The generation is lost. I think the generation's fine. It's just that their worst examples are louder than the rest of them. Like, when your absolute worst examples are most of the ones that are visible because they try and go viral on the internet and spread out their shit, then yeah, everyone's gonna think your generation's cooked. But I've interacted with enough Zoomers and Gen Alpha people, you know, thanks to my job and the people I know, to know that the kids are all right. The kids will be fine, just like we were fine when we were kids. It's fucking a-okay, dude. Like, my Gen Alpha family members have a great head on their shoulders. A lot of their friends that they've introduced me to, they have great heads on their shoulders. Like, they'll be just fine. The problem is that the worst of them are really fucking bad. Like, really bad. That's the issue. I could really use that movement speed decree right now. I think that would be coming in real handy. They deleted, that's funny. It was hilarious, honestly, because I wanted to, like, screen cap that shit and it was gone before I could. They absolutely do. I've heard some swearing in some online lobbies. The kids are all right. The kids are gonna be just fine. Now, so long as the kids have time to let me rephrase that. The kids are going to be all right as long as the kids have time to be kids and are allowed to be kids. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm 30 something. I was a cringy little shit when I was a kid too. Anyone growing up was a cringy little shit. Anyone who tells you they were not a cringy little shit is lying to you. And that probably means they were even cringier than normal. Anyone who tells you they were not cringe when they were young is just straight up falsifying shit. And I can guarantee if you go find their yearbook, they're probably one of the raw XD kids who are even more cringe than anyone you could ever imagine, all right? So it's okay to be cringe when you're a kid. But the problem is there's the internet now and they document that shit. Hey, isn't this you 10 years ago going raw or XD? See, it's different. That's kind of the issue. That shit's documented and set in stone. Kids gotta be careful now. Fuck. Imagine making a cringe joke when you're like 12 and somebody digs it up when you're 29. Ugh. That's like an actual hellscape right there.
I do not know how it found its way into the craft.
Farmling's Aid.
First,
A lot of people are scared to swear at games nowadays because they record your voice to ban you. They do, but look, man, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
attack later. Now, strike while it's down. The foe flees before your onslaught. Hunt it down. It has support. Change your focus.
I think even modern CODs do it. Valorant, even Marvel Rivals, though I don't think they care in Marvel Rivals unless you say something like Free Taiwan. Fuck. Yeah, I saw that thing where they were like filtering like Free Tibet and all kinds of other shit. And I'm just like, wow. Definitely a NetEase game is what that is. I'm not surprised. That's par for the course for them. You just got stabbed by a pregnant lady right in the jugular. How's that feel?
As a warning.
Duviri is defended. I gotta duck out, fellas. Sorry about that. Godspeed, ladies and gents. You know something's funky when Winnie the Pooh is fucking censored. Yeah.
With merely doing enough.
I'm ducking out because I realized that I'm getting standing in excess right now, and I need to not do that. These numbers should be equal, and they're not, and that's a problem. So I'm gonna need to switch my standing groups now. Yeah, definitely gonna have to switch that over, because this should not have taken a hit of 16 thou. Change pledge to Red Veil.
Let the purge begin.
Yes. So now that I am on Red Veil, I will only be gaining standing for this and not getting any subtractions for any of this, because the only ones that Red Veil are against are these two. And that means that I can maintain 4 factions indefinitely, which is great. Once this is back to 5, though, I may need to dip again, because of the fact that there are some there's some shit here that I don't have, like mock crash, shit like that. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I don't usually use these augments, and that's fine. I want to have them just in case, you know what I mean? Like, I'd like to have all augments that exist on hand just in case I feel like using them. I don't like not having them, so I'm gonna have to swap over and then just grab a bunch of these augments and do some more standing farming. But that's after this one gets back to rank 5. I like being able to just grab a whole bunch of whatever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want from them. That's why I try and keep 4 of them open. Although it's a wild that 2 of them are the ones that have the exact same same mods. It's kind of strange. I picked 4 out of 6. And wouldn't you know it, the 2 that I did not pick are 2 out of the 3 that have the mods that I want. So there's 1 out of the 4 that have the mods that I haven't picked up yet. Sucks, don't it? Oh well, it'd be like that sometimes. What is my... Oh yeah, we're rank 3, right? 1, 2. Oh, we're on rank 3. Okay. I still hate that they give you blueprints for these. Please, DE, look, DE, I am begging you. Stop giving us blueprints for stuff like Exilus adapters. Just give it to us built, please. Some of these are too expensive. They cost a whole forma. I'm down to 3. Not a fan. Not a fan of the blueprints. I understand for like forma and shit like that, but for weapon adapters, Exilus adapters, catalyst, stuff like that, just give it to us. Just give those to us built, please. I humbly beg you. Just give that to us built. Where's my boy? Where's my Lavos? Lavos is really growing on me. It's nice never having to worry about energy. And in Steel Path, there are so many things around there that with 1 transmutation probe, bam, all of your cooldowns are reset. And you don't have to worry about shit. Let's step into 1999 for a bit. What's our first mission looking like? Kill Tekrot with abilities. God, that's easy. Okay. I usually do this on Hellscrub. So we're going to do this on Hellscrub. I tell you, that octopus fight in Monster Hunter Wilds, that octopus fight kindled some of that old joy that I had for Monster Hunter for a long time, and it's probably the first time I felt that while I was playing that game. And I can pinpoint the precise moment where my feelings toward the game shifted during that octopus fight, and it was when I blocked that flamethrower breath with my shield. That's the hypest fucking shit I have seen in that game so far. The advantages of being Lavos. You have traversal, you have damage, and all of it without any energy whatsoever. Who needs energy? Not me. Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to calm down. I would be murdering them all with my hammer, but, you know, I need to use abilities to kill them. Lavos is fun. I enjoy him. Now that I have truly built him and I've experimented with him a lot, he is a blast and a half. Like, you were able to kill some Steel Path level enemies with relative ease while being entirely invisible, if you're running Kuros. And absolutely wreck house. He's a good time. Highly recommend. If you don't like worrying about energy, run Lavos. That just requires good timing. That's all that needs. You see how they all died around me? That is because the gas that I had put out procced in with my Huras's mecha set and wiped out the entire room for me. Didn't have to lift a finger. Damn it, I was about to hit that. And there they go again. You just glance at your minimap, find the direction with the most creatures, and then toss out a probe. and you're set to recast most of your abilities. Oh, and if you're smart and you actually keep your 2 up like you're supposed to, like I'm not, your efficiency can skyrocket with this build. Pretty neat. Whoops, overshot. I can hear it, but I'll go for that later. Ooh, is this one above or below? Neither, it's to the side. Okay, that's just here. I'm gonna take it. I don't even have to look around for that one. I'd be silly to skip it. Whee! Wonder if I can do an ultra kill fashion with him. Probably. Ultra kill's mono eye, right? Like the MC from ultra kill's single eye, right? Yeah, you probably could. He's got the same kind of helmet going on. At least with his prime variant. You know, you'd have to build his prime variant for that. Not the main character, a boss. Well, since I haven't played it yet, you're gonna have to describe said boss to me, because I have no idea what they look like.
Turns out it's not just house scrubbers coming out of the lot. There's some stuff in there. Like this. See? My ass is out here on the line too. Okay, marking extraction.
I'm killing them all too quickly.
Whenever you need to. I won't wait. 60 seconds critical. Activate a scrubber, set off some Sporex, and get the hell out of there. You want that scrubber build up. Stat!
Plus, since he's able to siphon health from enemies, there's really not much you have to worry about when it comes to dying, because he has so much fucking armor. You have so much armor, you're able to siphon health at the tap of a button. Unless you were literally surrounded by XMI, you're good. Speaking of XMI... Not me, once again, schooling angst with nothing but my abilities. It really is that easy. And I haven't been cross-contaminating my abilities either. I have not been building up my abilities with counter-weight abilities at all. Meaning I have not been using my Valence Infusion, none of that shit. I have just been straight casting instead of infusing my abilities with other elements. Because the whole thing behind Dante, the whole thing behind Lavos is you hold down an ability, like say his 1, that gives the next ability you cast Toxin. You hold down another ability, say his 3, that'll give your next ability cast Corrosion. Then you cast 4, it'll give Fire and Corrosion instead of, you know, just fire. And that gives a lot more damage. I just haven't been doing it. Let's head to the exit. We already did what we need to do.
Welcome to the find out phase.
Think of Legion from Castlevania, but a black hollow for a face and a snake on his arm. Legion's the meatball though, isn't he? Like, wasn't Legion the meatball? I'm thinking Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Are you thinking something else? Raven, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? It's been a bit. How you be? I think I already finished the quest anyway. Plus, we need to level up Steel Meridian now. There's some Castlevania where Legion fuses into a white being. Oh, okay. I'm excited to start Ultra Kill. I think Aria of Sorrow did that. It's been a long time. I played Symphony of the Night more recently than I played Aria of Sorrow. So, you know, I'm gonna have to take your word for it on there. Yay, creds. Oh, what do we have for offer this week? Oh, Styanax helmet. Styanax helmet I don't have. Oh, but there's Styanax helmet I do have. That's right. That's why I didn't buy that last time. Volt Pulse, Dual Carrier Solstice. Anything really interesting here? Jade Aureole. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Taking a slight break from Monhun to do the weekly reset. And oh, hey, Aylward, check it out. They've got wolf beacons. If you want to farm it, they've got wolf beacons. I've got boss weapons. What? So hey, you want to farm best hammer in the game? Now's your time. Yeah, we're taking a little break from Monhun Wilds. Had a nice little fight with the octopus in that game that made me like it a lot more. So I mean, from what you're describing, maybe he can do an Ultra Kill cosplay, but I'd say with the mono eye here, he's actually closer to the MC, right? Dusk is a classic. I haven't played any of the games in the in that bundle. I haven't ever played any of them, so again, I'll have to take your word for it. Nice. Another catalyst. Practiced precision. Practice precision. Scalded troops with melee weapons. It must be my birthday. This is gonna be so easy. Doesn't Nora always have Wolf Beacon? Does she? I can't remember if that was like something that she'd always have or if it was a week by week kind of thing. I know the helmets sort of rotate out. Because last week they had the Kome helmet and the Side 09 helmet, and this week they don't. That being said, if she does Aylward, you could absolutely farm for that. I will let you know now, if you do farm for that, definitely bring friends that know what the fuck they're doing. Did I just blow up an APC in one hammer blast? 4 million. Holy shit. Oh, Jesus. Sneeze is about to kill me. Ugh. Friends? What's that? That's what we are, you little shit. If you need help farming something in Warframe, I'm here. Now let me just blow up the entire city block by throwing a hammer. I am Thor. I should be playing Volt specifically for these reasons. Dear sweet lord. And by the way, the melee kills isn't counting my exposure kills. These are just the direct kills, if I remember correctly. Oh, and the hammer does home in on your enemies, so that's a fun little thing it does. One really unfortunate thing is these little spore thingies are immune to AoE and powers, so you kind of have to whack them. No, Volt would be too squishy to be Thor. I can't think of any good Warframe that could actually pull off a decent Thor cosplay, but this thing's basically Stormbreaker. Like, look at it. You wanna know? You guys want to know my my favorite little thing about the skin I'm using for it though? It's not the it looks like Stormbreaker thing, because that's just like hee hee ha ha funny Marvel reference, whatever, right? I don't give a shit. And really, that's more of a Beta Ray Bill reference than a Thor reference, but we're not going to go off into those weeds on how they kind of fucked all that shit up. Anyway, my favorite thing about the Palatine skin is it's got a face on the head. It's got a little frowny face where the head of the hammer is. So as I'm throwing this at people, they're just seeing a spitting, frowny face of death hurtling towards their face. And it's the last thing they ever see, is this hammer's frowny face of disapproval hurtling towards them and ending their life. War crimes, yay! Get up. Yeah, I'd say it's effective. What do you guys think? Is the hammer effective? I think the hammer might be effective because these are Steel Path Scaldra. Reminding you, Steel Path, including the Eximi. It's blowing up the Eximus too. It's not fucking around, as the kids say. I'm running out of things to kill on Steel Path. I'm running out of things to kill. There's not enough of them. And with as tanky as Scaldra is, this is just hilarious. Truly comedic. And if I were to do this, it would be even worse, because now I'm spreading gas procs as well.
You're gonna lose that scrubber, bucko.
I'm on it, I'm on it.
If it's any worse, it's gonna.
You ain't my wife. You're not allowed to nag me legally, alright? Smashy, smashy. I think they might get a bit of a headache. Just a Scaldra missing the entire left half of its body. Do you have any ibuprofen? I got a headache. I just did 6 million on one throw on a non-prime Scaldra. Hammer good.
I'm taking the opportunity to make some new positions. Like this. Don't worry, I'll share. Traction is ready.
Plus the cooldown for potion slide is so low that you can do it almost constantly. Okay, watch this. Those APCs are really tanky. Being able to blow them up with one hammer throw is funny as shit. You're too slow, Mania. I'm already gone. Gotta be faster than that. Huh, how you been, Natris? How's class going? It's been a while since I talked to you. 5 minutes and 47 seconds. That's not bad. From end of mission to just blitzing my way to the to extract. Oh, and speaking of which, Nat, did you see the release on the new AMD card? I think Linus did a little bit of a video on it. I haven't watched it yet, but apparently the new AMD card is extremely promising, which is good because all of the new Nvidia cards are basically unobtainium and apparently really shit. Right, I forgot. Shoot, I forgot. My bad, I forgot again. I need to rank you up.
Hey, are you gonna help these people out?
There you go.
Alright.
New AMD cards are alright. Do you think I should prioritize one of those, or should I keep with whatever list we had? I'm gonna go with the Arcane Adapter because I really don't need another enhancement. Birthday! Firstborn of the Nightingale family. And I've never let him forget it. Happy birthday, try extra hard not to die today. It'd ruin the vibe. No, just happy birthday.
New alert marked on navigation, Tenno.
All right, were there any more? What's the next one? Kill 500 enemies. We're about halfway through the month now, so we're doing pretty solid, I'd say. Okay. What else do I need to run? I really like that helmet. I still say that Lavos was robbed when it came for the Year of the Snake. You can get one of them, but if it's just for the streaming PC, it would be better to just get a cheap old Nvidia card. Okay. That makes sense. For those in chat who have no idea what we're talking about, I'm thinking of going to a 2 PC setup. Just in case there are games like Monster Hunter Wilds, you know, that are incredibly resource intensive. That way the stuttering and skipping is only for the game and not for my model. Because since my model and the game are running on the same PC, they're sharing from the same resource pool, so it's kind of an issue. So I figure I can put my model on a stream PC as well as OBS and all that stuff on a stream PC, and I can do all of the encoding on a stream PC and then have my game on another one. But the thing is I want to build that as cheap as possible on account of the fact that I am not made of money. I am a broke boy. So I'm pulling on Natras's expertise here so that I can ball out on a budget. Right, I need to start that catalyst. List. Yes, can we please just start getting these built instead of getting blueprints? Thank you very much. Don't get me wrong, like, I have all the resources for the blueprint, I just hate waiting. Alright. We still have 18k to burn through today. Red Hazard, Eximus Stronghold, Energy Reduction. Well, this was just made for Lavos, wasn't it? Speaking of budget, I gotta start saving pulls on Limbus to save for the Arknights collab. I'm broke as fuck. Do we know if there's gonna be like a Limbus collab for Arknights, or is it just an Arknights collab for Limbus? Because I'm kind of excited. I'd like to see what Limbus brings over to Arknights. You know, considering Arknights is having collabs with Rainbow Six, it's having collabs with Monster Hunter, it's having collabs with, what was the other one that they did recent, or they're about to do? Dungeon Meshi. There's a Dungeon Meshi collab coming up I'm super excited for. Because you can get, like, the entire main group, except for, what's his name? Or what's her name, I guess. Except for the cat. You can't get the cat, I don't think. But you can get the rest of the group. I'm kind of sad the cat's not there. For some reason, the 6th star is, wow, her name just slipped out of my head as well. The elf. The elf from the group. That's the 6th star, which I would have expected it would be Laios, but, you know, whatever. Not sure on the AK side? Well, that's a shame. Speaking of Arknights, I have finished all 3 current endings of the new IS-5, and all 3 of them are very good. I will tell you that the one with, spoilers for the 3rd ending. Sorry, folks, I'm going to spoil it for you. The one with Holy Patriot is horrifying. That fight, you're going to need so much true damage. You're going to need Monster. You're going to need Medic Amia. You're going to need Civilite Eterna. You're going to need Sculptor. You're going to need, like, you just need to throw out all the true damage in his path and we should Dell and hope that's enough. To absolutely spoil it for you, basically the theme behind IS-5 is you're going through potential alternate histories of the Sarkaz, and in one of the alternate histories, it's a history where they were never diluted, where they were never lessered, where they were never separated. So the TCAS still exist, basically, and the TCAS are basically in this reality a mixture between Sarkaz and Sancta. So you have big, giant, beefy Sarkaz with Sancta guns and Sancta halos. If that doesn't sound horrifying, it's because you don't know how horrifying the Sarkaz and the Sancta are. Mashing them together, basically giving Patriot a Halo and a Patron firearm is one of the most horrifying things you could do to anyone who was traumatized by the original Patriot fight. It's basically the original Patriot fight, but worse. It's the original Patriot fight, but stronger. What am I doing? I'm just gonna use my fucking hammer. Ya yeet. Ya yeet. Ya yeet. And since I wanted to boost the ability for this thing to proc electricity, all I did was hold down his 3, cast his 1, and now my hammer will proc electricity every time I throw it, which will make it a lot easier to proc melee exposure, which is the real reason why I'm using Lavos with this hammer. Because he is able to do some absolutely goofy shit with the elemental balancing, so I can 100% proc exposure at all times. Are they all below me? They're all fighting each other? Well, that's no good. You're supposed to fight me, damn it. Granted, there aren't as many enemies, so it's not as effective as it would be otherwise. God, remember when walking through these machines with a death sentence and you could not do it? Now all Warframes are basically tanky enough that they don't have to worry about walking through the industrial equipment. It's kind of weird. Been trying to get the third ending on IS4. Third ending is the black hole ending, right? It's not so bad. I will say you're gonna need dedicated damage dealers on command. Not somebody who does constant OK damage. You're gonna need somebody who does like heavy burst damage. And then you're gonna need to time that shit. Like, precisely time that shit. Ooh, a star. More things change, the more they stay the same, right? Ooh, a star. Ooh, piece of candy. Bonk! What can I say? I bring the bonk. Prosecute this dick. I didn't even see the prosecutor. I just blew him up. God, remember when prosecutors and Stalker were a threat? Somebody needs a buff. I think we need Steel Path Sorties. That's what we need. We need Steel Path Sorties with better drops. Would you guys do Steel Path Sorties? What do you think? Would you participate in Steel Path Sorties if they had like Steel Path worthy drops? Say a Steel Path Sortie gives you 15 steel essence per stage, 3 stages, right? And at the end of each stage you get a draw from the so instead of just getting one reward at the end, it gives you a reward at the end of each stage. So it's like triple a daily sortie. Aren't technically Steel Path Sorties the Narmer weekly boss? I mean, but those are weekly. I'm talking daily. I'm talking a daily mission, not a weekly mission. We have high cap weekly missions in the form of Deep Archimedia, Netracells, and the Archon. But I'm talking like your daily missions. So say a Steel Path Sortie, you get 3 draws at the daily mission pool, and each one gives you 15 steel essence. So that's 45 steel essence a day, along with 3 times the daily sorting rate. I think that that would be pretty good reward. I think I'd run that every day. Because that as it is, sometimes you're looking at the sorting and you're like, yeah, but I could do things that are more rewarding, you know? So you don't do them. I'm gonna show you guys up close what I'm talking about, though. Check this shit out. It's got a frowny face. The Rhino Palatine skin has a frowny face and a pompadour. Look, there's the frown, and there are the eyes, and there's the nose. The last thing they see is a frowny face hammer that says ban spray painted on the side, because I would absolutely spray paint the word ban on the side of this, hurtling towards their head to ban them from all existence. This is the ban hammer, and it drops where I will. Frowny face. Love that shit. Forgot that sorties are daily. Oh yeah, well, not a lot of people do them anymore, honestly. It's a spy. Oh, it's a spy. You know what? I haven't done a solo spy in a long time. Fuck it. I'll do this solo. Might take just a little longer, but that's okay. I'm fine with that, you know? Sometimes you gotta take your time and smell the roses. Now, if it was Lua Spy, oh man, I just can't. I can't stand Lua Spy. I did a Lua Spy mission the other day, and I gotta tell you, I forgot how irritating every single one of those vaults were. Holy shit, they're all so long. Like, that's my main complaint, is they all take way too fucking long. Maximus Stronghold is right. I've passed like 3 of them already. This is why I run the harass.
Be on the lookout for increased security measures. You're nearing the console. Check your alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Thank you, sweetie. I was wondering where my cloak went. You know what? We're just going to ignore this.
You've triggered the
We can
alarm.
hack.
Lose this data, and the mission will be a complete failure.
Still got it.
Verified. Retrieval was successful.
A spy on Uranus? No, Lua. Oh, yeah, I guess this could be considered the second worst one, but if you know what you're doing with each vault, it's in and out and nobody gets hurt. But with Lua, you have the whole temporal rift thing that you have to deal with. So you have to travel through time. And then you have to go through the entire fucking vault, which is always a long and painful process involving parkour and or timed doors and or parkour with timed doors and lasers. And then you run through that entire shit, and if you trip one laser, good fucking luck.
Target console is nearby.
If you trip one laser and you're not at the very end, good luck. It's over, dude. You're cooked. Not going through there. That is technically, I guess, the easier way to do it, but I'm gonna go through the water instead. Just because I don't like being pressed by that, that's the only reason. Hey, again, I'm asking, DE, where's my arc melee? Hacked.
Distraction with no alarms.
Junie, where's my stealth? Thank you. Like, what I'm talking about is for both of the ones, I get what you're saying. Uranus spy missions make you go Arcwing, which makes it terrible. Yeah, but on both of these, I could have completely avoided going Arcwing the entire time. I chose to go Arcwing on one of them, but I could have bypassed that by going down that laser grid hallway. There are plenty of ways to bypass a lot of the issues in Uranus spy. For Lua spy, there is no way to bypass. You're just 100% fucked. Hope you like parkour, asshole, or you're not getting through here. And I get it, there's supposed to be hee hee ha ha super challenge, but you should be able to have memory of running a spy mission advantageous enough to be able to skip certain stages of a spy vault, because you're able to do that in just about every spy vault. If you know what you're doing, you can just skip. Can't really do that on Lua. You are beholden to the parkour gods. There's that one. Plus, you can Spider-Man your way through these with the Arcwing that I'm using. I hope you like Kuva Fortress Spy. Oh man, Kuva Fortress Spy. Those ones are also irritating, but for an entirely different reason. Like, again, if you have the memory on those, you can bypass a lot of them with your operator form. But, again, Lua, even with your operator form, you're not bypassing shit. Good fucking luck. It didn't take long at all. If I was on Lua, I'd still be on the first section of the vault.
You are surrounded
Ugh.
by your Marines.
No, I'm not. Also, I'd like to remind you guys, if you like playing a really slow Warframe, but you want to go fast, Vile Rush is Lavos' Helminth. So if you want to be able to go fast every, like, 5 seconds, which is a decent fucking charge time, and freeze everything along your path, consider Vile Rush, because it's a great Helminth ability. You can skip majority of the challenges in Lua though, but you have to find the bunch of portals going back and forth from present to past. Yeah, but the thing is those portals sometimes have a different spawn position, which is frustrating as shit. I have had those portals be somebody else, somewhere else when I'm doing back-to-back Lua spy missions. To farm something. It's been a long time though. Assassination. That's cute. Assassination. What is this? Is this both of them? Is this Sergeant and Vor, or is this just Vor?
We've contracted you with
Oh, this is just Captain Vor.
and eliminate the assigned target.
What do you guys think? Kill him with a hammer? Oh yeah, I'm killing him with a hammer.
Has lived under suspicion of possessing awoken technology that grants him powerful abilities. We cannot allow this. Get to his location and eliminate him.
They never really explain how his Orokin technology gives him those abilities, do they? The teleportation, all that other shit, they never really explain that. Also, the queens are Orokin, so of course he'd have Orokin tech.
Gore is feared across the system. Do not underestimate him.
Another dead general.
His ship is crawling with grunts. Getting to
Surprise! It is time. Hold still, you little shit. He teleported underneath me. He knew the hammer was coming. Bonk! Bonk! Captain Vor has been banned from the chat. Reason? He's a really lame boss that needs a rework.
Stay focused. There's a heavy wind approaching. You are surrounded by Grineer Marines. They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Oh hey, 6k Kuva. That's neat. Since I just burned like 200,000 on my Riven, that's sort of a nice get. Actually, I think it was closer to 150,000, not 200,000. When you have a lot of Kuva, you might as well roll it till you get something you're happy with. Really, I learned how to run them consistently when I was still farming for Avara. It was Avara that I noticed the portals kind of shift around every now and then. I don't know if they changed that, but when I was farming for Avara, there's a chance that the portals are in a different room. And that's why I never went for the shortcut, because it actually took more time finding out which room it was in than to just consistently go and get the thing. Hammer good. Lavos good. Both good. Despair good. Miter good. We positive today. Did I get any Dual Zoran? I can't remember if I did or not. Dual Zoran. Oh, I do. It's the D9. I need to run the D9. If anyone out here needs to run the D9 Dual Zoran Prime Blade, let me know. That's Neo D9. I'm gonna do Lua Spy. I want to this. Let me know when you start getting chungled by the RNG. That was fast. It's the last part I need for Dual Zoran Prime, so I might as well get it, you know? Oh god, we got somebody with a mic. No. Hello? Why does mine never work? Oh, it's a spy.
It's a spy mission.
Okay. Radiant. Everyone got their rads. Sorry, let's do it.
Tenno, you are here to infiltrate data vaults and retrieve highly sensitive enemy information. Void fissures. You need them to open the highway, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it and avoid them. You're still in the clear. No detection dependent sensors. The reactant is working on your realm. Find more.
Premature detonation. That's so not like me. I swear to God, this doesn't happen.
Tenno, also looking for increased security measures.
What are we heading towards? Vault C.
Data than let it get into our hands.
We'll head to Vault C. I swear to God, if this person keeps making weird noises into their mic, make it stop. I'm the streamer and I'm getting weirded out here, alright? fuck? What kind of room did I drop into? That was weird. Whee! Bonk.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete.
Yes, I just brute forced the vault. I felt like it. I didn't have to. I could have done it all smooth, but eh.
Hopefully on my way
Please.
to extraction.
Please stop making weird noises. Whee! Alright, we just need 3 more. We'll get those on the way. Two more. 1 more. Bonk. And that's all of them.
The relic has been cracked. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Hello, Junie. We just sit in the carnage, all the philosopher's stones around me. That's, by the way, I'm really happy that this is the way his colors turned out when it comes to his energy. Because when I colored him this way, I was specifically hoping that the crystals from that would turn red, and it did. So it's basically like he's throwing a whole bunch of philosopher's stones all over the place. I like it. It's fun.
Oh shit, no.
Somebody forgot to get all of their stuff. It's a good thing I noticed and got off of extraction. Otherwise, he'd be screwed and have a timer.
Alright, cool.
You hate to see it.
Wow. Fuck. It's just not lucky today. Or ever. Just finally got one of these damn things and still didn't get what I wanted.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
That's how it be. That's how it be every time. Oh, hey, we got a frostbite. That's not a bad get. I've got a few more. It's rare nowadays to find somebody using the in-game voice chat. How many more do I have? I want to say it was 3. Zoran. Yeah, I got 3 more. Wait for a little bit, see if another one pops up. Now the real question is do I need to drop another Forma in this thing, or am I happy as it is? I was considering dropping out Gav Steel and Amalgam Organ Shatter like I said, but the thing is anything I could drop them for isn't necessarily an improvement. If we had a combo-based speed boost, I'd be fine with running that, but we don't. Condition Overload isn't really useful because it doesn't proc on explosions. Sack Pressure and Sack Steel I don't really need. Prime Fever Strike is only useful if I combine it with, say, another element, because I don't want to take away... Actually, even then, that might take away Electricity's chance to proc. Reach doesn't affect the explosion either. There's Carnus Mandible, but I really don't see the point of that. Live Strike. Hey, there's an idea. Could always drop out one of these and put in Life Strike. You know, could just trade places with that. Drop out Galvanized Steel, maybe, and then put Life Strike on there. What's the max? 20% life steal on heavy attack. That's a lot of life steal when you're doing millions of damage. Basically, it means that as long as I'm throwing my hammer, I can't die. That's an interesting thought. It might drop the damage a little bit because I'll be losing my crit, but it's not really a crit heavy weapon. You see what I mean? It's just 35% crit chance. It's not super crit heavy. Granted, that's well, a 40% crit chance. Granted, that's still 40%, so 1 out of every 3 throws will proc at least 1 crit, and as long as I hit 3 enemies, 1 of them you should statistically crit, but it doesn't need it. It's perfectly effective without the crit, you know what I mean? Like, it's a nice little thing to have, but I think the lifesteal utility might call my name a little harder than just more crit. We'll see. Put another LFG out there, why not? One neat thing about the little globules that come off of him because of this ephemera, you can't see it on my ship, but they're actually colored blue and red. So anywhere but my ship, you can see there's this very vivid blue and red, but in my ship, they're just this weird dark bluish color. I don't know why that is. I don't know what's different about the lighting engine in here. I'm honestly curious. Because it looks better out there than it does in here. Man, if we don't have any takers, we might just have to form our own group. With blackjack and hookers. Nah, I've had enough of that for today. What's our standing at? 14k remaining. The side effect of having RJ in my clan is every now and then I see the clan notification thing ticking, and I open it, and I find such wonderful messages such as, "Ooh woo, Wizoa." What's going on, RJ? Why are you subjecting me to this brain rot? Ain't gonna lie, Riz, I got 3 more people that I want to invite to the clan. I'm just getting these people into Warframe. Hey, man, you want them in the clan? You want them in the clan? Absolutely. Go ahead and have them DM me. Oh. No, I can't say I do, Saint. That's definitely... I'm not a toe person. I'm more of a titty and ass person. But if I had to pick one of the two, it would definitely be titty. I'm a little biased. I said the word titty and my wife's ears perked up downstairs, I can tell. Saint says hi, stream. Chat, Saint says hi. RJ is forming a cult. Good. Absolutely. RAR X3. How you gonna hit me with that bargain bin? Now, Saint, you gotta do it right. It's RAR XD, alright? You can't give me the dollar store version. It's RAR XD. Gotta get it right. Remember to teach him how to scream like the cultist from Blood. No takers, huh? Yes, I just need that last dual Zoran blade, and then I'll be good. gonna get Riz the titty model soon. Please don't. I'm good. I'm good. You know, the reason I set such an absurdly high number is basically so the subs can pay for that bastardization. That's basically the reason. The number is so high because if I have that many subs, I can, you know, afford it. And it won't be, oh, hey, I didn't notice that. That's neat. And it won't be money that I miss. As long as you ain't forcing me to pay out of my own pocket for titty. Riz, I will pay for it outright. No. So 100 subs is to pay for Daikatana? No, 100 subs is to pay for my pain and suffering of streaming Daikatana in one stream. Because if we're doing the Daikatana stream, it is going to be from start to painful finish, all live, 100%, entire game. That's to pay for the therapy I'll need after for you subjecting me to Daikatana. Because first, I'm going to have to get it to run on a modern PC. Then, I'm going to need to get OBS to actually capture the damn thing. Then, I'm actually going to have to play it. Those are 3 horrible things you're going to be subjecting me to. How dare you? How dare? How rude. Portals are in the same spots, and the 2 vaults took about 30 seconds to a minute, but the last vault, even with all the shortcuts, took 1 minute 50. Yeah, well, I've had the portals move every now and then. I really have. It's been a long time since I've done it. They may have changed it, because I know they overhauled a little bit of the Lewis spies and changed some of the pathing on the, or some of the collision on the holes. So maybe they actually fixed them in place. But when I was first farming Avara, those things fucking moved, and they were irritating as shit. Plus, with the timer being, I think the timer is 30 seconds. If you trigger that thing and you don't have a perfect shortcut path, you're pretty much fucked. Three out of 4. Riz got dat cakey wakey. Best in da bakey. Ooh woo. My soul. My soul. Pain Pecco. Looking for a Neo. All right, there's our D9. Maybe, but yeah, trying to remember all the portals was horrendous. It's atrocious. It's really bad, especially if you're farming for Avara or any of the other drops from the spy vaults. Oh man, it's bad. And if you're doing a sortie there, oh, back when I think they removed Lewis Spy from the sortie rotation, so it's nowhere near as bad. But you used to have that on, your rotation for sortie, so if you got it in sortie for Lua Spy, I can guarantee you are failing. They still have Lua Rescue on there, which is also pretty bad because you have a lot of people who don't know how to do that one. So you have them not taking the upper path and instead just waiting for the doors to open. It takes for fucking ever for those doors to open. I want to say I timed them in at like 15 to 20 seconds. And when you only have a minute to save the rescue target and you have to hack all 4 of those panels, it's a pain in the dick. Not a fan of Lua Rescue either, but Lua Rescue is at least better than Lua Spy. I'll give it that. I just wish the rewards were better, you know? Like, you're subjecting me to this nonsense, and the best you can give me is maybe a 60/60 mod and a part for Ivara. Not a fan. Ooh, that was a pop. Okay. D9 rad, D9 rad, D9 rad. Nice, too. Let's do it. I didn't even know there was a path at the top. I always wait for the door. There is a path at the top that lets you in, and then for the main vault, there's another way through the side path. I need to go there and show it to you, honestly. Oh god, this is that defense mission. Ugh. This is the worst map for defense mission on Uranus. This is just really bad and I don't like it. Mostly because you have to like move every now and then. I know that sounds really bad, but it's because like having to shift to the other side of the fucking map is irritating when you're doing a defense objective and you're trying to dig in defensively. If I didn't have to rotate around the map every few minutes, I wouldn't mind as much. Yeet! See the shit I'm talking about. They get stuck in weird places. So the collision is awful. They get stuck in weird places. I'm so glad these are going down to three rounds instead of 5. Because 5 rounds is downright excessive. Sometimes you also don't notice that it already had moved and the objective just died. Yeah, in high level steel path that happens quite a bit. For this stage, people just don't realize the objective isn't there anymore. And they're like, wait, how did it die? Because they blitzed it down in half a second because only 2 people were over there. And we're facing down level 3,000 enemies in a defense mission. What do you expect, man? Really sucks. Just feels bad, man. Granted, that only happens when I'm like playing with other friends and we're just jawing and shooting the shit while doing a defense mission. Because, you know, you just sit back and you talk to your homies while you're doing some sort of endless mission mindlessly. But this is not a mindless map. The constant shifting is just irritating. Where did he run to? Holy shit. Yeah. Excavation and armor be like dies in 1 second. Basically, excavations are another one where high rank, high level becomes just a chore. But the thing is with those ones, it doesn't matter if the excavation objective dies because mission's not over. And since the mission's not over, you know, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, you're good, you're fine, it's okay. But with a defense objective, once it's dead, mission over, man. Game over, man, game over. It's trying to curve over the top. I'm trying to see if I can make that throw. I made it! Nice. So it clears the top of that ledge and then it bends a little bit towards the enemy. I'm trying to make it so that it bends over the edge and then hits him in the face, and it actually worked. Yeah, I don't mind high level excav, if only for the fact that if your excavator dies, oh well, here comes another one. But man, high level defense Like, everyone talks about high-level excavation in the circuit being irritating. High-level defense is the worst. Because if you don't have everyone locked in and actually defending the point, good fucking luck. Definitely picking interception next time. If this is the map I have to deal with, I'd rather do interception. Honestly, the mech set bonus is actually doing most of the work here. Most of my damage is coming from the mecha set bonus, just absolutely wrecking house. Mecha set's really good. A lot of people don't like it because, per ner, I have to put a bunch of mods on my Warframe and pet's weapon. You have any idea how easy that is? Oh, and I have to run a Kubro. Yeah, just run Horus with a squishy frame. If you like running mag and you don't like dying, play Steel Path and run a Horus Kubro. Congratulations. You are now invisible as mag. Do you have any idea how game-changing it is to be invisible as mag? She's an ability caster. You don't have to do shit at that point. You just cast your abilities. That's it. Have fun. You ain't gotta do shit no more. And you're invisible, so nothing's gonna be targeting you. And you can put your bubble down so that anything that might shoot in your general direction will instead be shooting slightly to the left and or right of you. And you can catch people's bullets. Invisible mag is really good. Fire. Fire. Fire.
Extraction is ready.
If it's defense, Zephyr, Gara, Frost are the first frames I'd go to. Oh yeah, of course. I don't have a good frame for defense, I think. What? You don't have Gara? Dude, build Gara. Gara's incredible. You should absolutely build Gara. You 100% should build Gara. She's so good. I will shout from the rafters how good Gara is. Too many people sleep on her. As it is right now, I am able to nuke a room. Yokai doesn't have another one.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here.
I've got 2 more. She is really cheap to build and she's really easy to get. You just need to get her from Plains missions. Okay, we've got another one that has 2 more. If you have no more, then leave, clap, clap. If you have no more, then leave, clap, clap. If you have no more, and farming is a chore. If you have no more, please leave, clap, clap. GG, friend. There he goes. And I have Void Traces for 1 more after this. I have her Prime. I think they gave in some Twitch stream or something. Oh, yeah, I think they gave Gara Prime for one of the Tennocons. or you? You should definitely build Gara, especially since they're going to be doing the rework to her shortly. I really hope that doesn't fuck her up. I really hope she's still super good, because I'm going to be really pissed off if this pseudo-exalted rework, in order to make her more accessible, also nerfs her into the dirt, because Gar is my favorite frame, and the Astilla is already... The Astilla is my favorite gun in the game, alright? Let's get that out there. Okay, that's nice, but you're doing rad. If you put a flawless up there. Nope. Nice try. Don't put that flawless up there. In fact, we're going from an endless to a normal now. Say bet. We're going from an endless to a normal now, just in case. Good night, Edward. Have some good eep, my dude. Don't wait to try and be the last person. I will abort the entire damn mission. I have had too many people try and take advantage of my good nature. Although he is MR6, so I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just didn't know. I love new players to death, but dear sweet lord. Is he gonna use Ash once the rework drops? Does it need you to be a dad to Saint? He's being a problem. Fuck. Is that enough dad energy for you, RJ? EOD9. Red. 3 out of 4. You mentioned Linus earlier. I haven't seen him in a while, so I checked his channel. I think I would do the same as the $69 gaming PC for your stream PC, just with a different GPU. Really? Huh. I'll need to look up that video. Could you do me a favor? Could you actually put it in the Discord so I can check it out after stream? I'm afraid that I'm not the kind of person that's just going to watch somebody else's... I don't like to make a habit of watching somebody else's YouTube videos on stream, so I'm not going to do that, but I will definitely check it out after stream. So just that, but with a different GPU. But the thing is it's not a $69 gaming PC if it has any kind of modern GPU in it, because modern GPUs definitely cost more than $69. He is a problem. We stuck him at the start of a spy mission because he ruined the previous one. He didn't listen. Fuck, that's funny. I'm thinking of KDG. I'm sorry to ruin your lurking there, but I can see you. I'm considering using using him, but the first one that comes to mind is Gara. Gara is going to be the one that I'm using most post rework, on account of the fact that Gara is my main frame. She is my main. I am a sweaty, stinky Gara main. So I'm going to be thoroughly testing her, and if my damage dips anything more than 20% from my current build, which is a Incarnon ceramic dagger build, I'm going to fucking riot. Because Gara's my baby. Don't you dare nerf her into the dirt. Seriously, don't do it. I will fight you. Okay, everyone. Now, once more, with feeling. We've got 1 radiant. We've got 2 radiant. We've got 3 radiant. Hey, let's go. All right. Oh, hey, Lisette Prime. Haven't seen that one in a while.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while connected to the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you. Avoid missions. You need them to open a relic that are you confident can withstand those units.
Whee! My point would be scavenging cheap parts on a budget. Yeah. I get you. But the thing is he's done things like that in the past. He's like, this is my $69, this is my $200, or this is my $150 gaming PC build. Now, this graphics card we just had laying around from another build, it's usually MSRP $1,200, but we're not counting it because we already had it on hand. Yeah, Linus, that's not how that fucking works, all right? I understand what you're saying, but that's not how that fucking works, okay? Even if the entire rest of your build does in fact cost $150 or $200 or $69 or whatever, the fact that you have a $1,200 GPU in there, shut up, please. You are doing nothing but frustrating me right now. Why are you like this? That's exactly why I don't watch him anymore. I don't blame you. I don't watch him either. It's just that his stuff occasionally comes up on my feed. Because I used to watch him. I used to watch Linus. I used to trust Linus. But then I actually looked into some of his practices. And man, he's
We are finished here. Move on. I need access to a terminal. Find one and patch me in.
It's mostly what he did with that cooling company, selling their prototype when he promised he'd send it back to them, all that other shit. Yeah, that's I can't support somebody who does that. That's, I'm not even trying to like stoke drama or anything. I'm talking personally. I can't support anyone who does something like that. So me personally, I don't watch him anymore just because of that. Now a lot of other people watch him. More power to you, man. I'm not going to tell you who you can and can't watch. I'm not going to tell you who's bad. I'm not one of those streamers. I will not judge you for enjoying a content creator I no longer support. I will say that that's the reason I don't watch him, and that's a personal decision. Exactly. Yeah, you too, huh? And the reason I have that big long disclaimer is because once I got a whisper when I said something like that, and somebody was like really upset because apparently I had just like insulted their stream Oshi, if there is such a thing. And they just sent me this long diatribe of how I shouldn't like talk down about X and blah and all that other shit. And honestly, it was just a passing remark where I said I don't enjoy somebody's content. So now I have to have a qualify out there so crazies don't waste their time messaging me. I don't give a shit why you love a certain content creator. Here's a better disclaimer. I don't care if you like a content creator. If I don't like them, nothing you say is going to get me to like them, and I'm not telling you to not like them. I will never tell you to not like somebody that I don't like on account of the fact that your taste is not my taste. You'll know how I know that your taste is not my taste? Here's how. You're here watching me. I would not watch me. I would not watch me at all. I'm boring as shit. Have you seen me? My jokes are terrible. I'm 90% dad jokes and 10% spite. I'm also very small. I would not watch me. Thank you, Lurker. Lurker3 just chimes in my DMs and says, that's why we watch you. Yeah, okay, all right. Nerd.
Working on it. Continue to defend.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Love you too, RJ. Is there an auto walk key in Warframe? Why am I walking without holding down W? It's very jarring. I'm not doing this. My hand's off the keyboard right now. I don't know why it's doing this. Hey, it's Weeb. What's going on, Weeb? How you doing, my guy? Hello, it's been a bit. How you doing?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
We fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy. Yeah, boy, I got it. It escaped then back. Well, it's a little late, so.
Another job well executed.
It's been a rough 2025, my brother in Christ. It's only March. 2025's just gotten started. You've got an entire year. I would like to say, I hope your year gets better, my guy. Dual Zoran Prime. Build. Hell yeah. Okay, well now that's cooking. You love to see it. I did the math the other day because I was bored. I have enough things cooking in my bench right now to get me halfway towards L3. So if I take everything out of my bench and master it, I'll be about right here. I am, of course, too lazy to do that, so I'm not going to. I know, and that's what sucks. Well, now, the reason I say it's March is because there's always potential for things to get better. Hell, my 2018 was one of the worst years of my life. Starting in, like, May or April. And come November, December, it was probably one of the best years of my life. Because things turned around. Things were bad for a while, and then things turned around in like a month. So what I'm saying is, don't you count yourself down and out just because, like, you've had bad so far. Things can turn around. In fact, it's my experience that they usually do, whether you want them to or not. Ever wondered why I vanished from Warframe? I figured you had your reasons. Aylward vanished because he hasn't gotten the urge. Natris vanished because of school. RJ's here because he loves poking me in the guild chat. Riz, these fucks got me marked by some rando tube people. Marked by some rando tube people. Jesus, that's rough. He's obviously talked about the Goose Drag 3. He got marked by the Goose Drag 3. That's pretty funny. God, I remember when they were a threat. I remember really having fun with this wolf sledge. Frowny face banhammer is the best. What other skins do they have? The Palatine skin was just one I had on hand. That sucks. It's a terrible skin. This is a hammer? Are you serious? Is this actually a hammer skin? Bro, this hammer skin's fucking trash. There's no bonk on the bonk stick. Where's the bonk? It's like some weird looking fork. 0 out of 10. Would not smash. What else we got? There's the regular one, which is a classic, but not as good as the Palatine. Okay. It's a big fucking wrench. That's pretty good. Okay, that's just a marital aid. That's somebody's bed nightstand fucking boyfriend right there. What is this? I mean, I knew the queens were lonely, but holy shit. Now we're getting into Tenogen. Ooh, it's like a bigger version of the Palatine, but reversed because the axe is on this side instead. But it does not have a frowny face on the flat side, so that automatically makes it not as good as the Palatine, because the Palatine has a frowny face. Oh, that's sick. Okay, that's pretty good. Rocket Hammer? How can you not like Rocket Hammer? Rocket Hammer's great. We're sticking with the Palatine. No, not this. Definitely not this. We're sticking with the Palatine. Palatine's pretty dang good. I mean, if you're going to be hucking a hammer at somebody's face, right? Okay. What are we setting at right now? 10,000 left. Yeah, I could probably burn through that. And the next 22 hours. Hildren, Caliban, Limbo, and Baruch. Ooh, Baruch. That's another all-in-one frame. Eubonico, Sarpa, Hespar. As tempting as it is to do a Baruch run, don't really need it. Lost access to my account is no more. I had to start over, but after losing everything, the drive is not there. I'll stop drama dumping now, but yeah, I hope it gets better too. You lost access to your account. Did you contact customer service? That's messed up. Wait, hold on. Am I still friends with you? Did somebody take your account? Let me check. Obviously, you should be in the offline section, right? Yeah. 175 days. So at least nobody's accessing it, right? Were you banned, or did you just lose your password? These things happen, of course. Both of them. Customer service is usually pretty good on that kind of thing, though. So I hope it can be fixed for you. Also, this is the other thing I absolutely love about the Tennokan Sugatra. You see that shit? Absolutely zero physics on your teeny tiny Warframe Articula. So it just sort of sticks out there. I want to show you the funniest thing with the teeny tiny Warframe Articula. Look at this absolute bullshit. Look at this. That's just a straight up kitchen knife. Look at it. Right down to the Tennokan Sugatra. Look at that nonsense. It's so stupid. I love it. I wish this was the normal size for this skin, because if this was the normal size for this skin, I would put it on everything. I don't know why this glitch exists solely for the Zenistar, but it makes me really sad that the Zenistar is not good. Because, man, if the Zenistar was good, I would rock nothing but big giant sword all the time. Because big giant sword is clearly best weapon. I think we're good to run this for a while. Let's see, when are they launching the update? I think it's the 15th. What day is the 15th? Saturday. Okay, so they're going to be launching the update on Saturday the 15th or Friday the 14th. That's next week. All right, well, I'm looking forward to that. All right, folks. I have gone over my time just a little bit. The email my account was attached to was hacked, held for ransom, and then deleted. If you can get into contact with Warframe support, they might be able to actually retrieve your account. I had a friend that something similar happened to, and he was able to just tell them specific things that were in his account, and then they were able to get him access again. It was a while ago, but support's actually really helpful when it comes to retrieving shit like that. So, plus, if your email was deleted, you may be able to remake that email. If you can remake that exact email, you should be able to log into Warframe again, and then you can bind it to your Steam account instead. And definitely put a number on your TPI. Riz, I strictly use that skin on Zenny for laughs. Absolutely, dude. It's the best skin. It's a giant it's comically large. It's the best. It makes me so sad because the Zenistar used to be great. The Zenistar used to be one of the best weapons in the game for locking down a point. And then they did the combo changes, which sort of kind of torpedoed the damn thing. But my god, look at this. This is the best. This is the, and what's funny is they know about this bug, but the devs have specifically said, yeah, we know about it, but it's funny, so we're leaving it in. Imagine, and just for context, those of you who don't know, all right? This is how big the skin is supposed to look. Where is it? This is how big this skin is supposed to look, okay? This is what that heavy blade skin is supposed to look like. Look at this thing. Itty bitty. Hefty. Small. Big. God. It's just the best. I honestly wish it was just that large on every single thing. Depends on the service. Yahoo and Google will not let you use the same username even after deleting your own account. Yeah, but if it was held for ransom, you could contact them and just like let them know, hey, got ransomed, did not pay, deleted my account, please help. There are things that you can do to retrieve accounts, because that happened to a friend of mine. But what email service was that? Was it Proton? Or it wasn't Yahoo, it wasn't Google. I want to say it was actually Hotmail that he was able to retrieve his shit. Granted, all of his emails were gone, but he did have the email itself back to be able to access all of the things that were tied to that email. So, you know, it sucks losing everything like that, but you could get it all back. Well, you can get the accounts tied to it back, not the emails. The emails are gone forever. Hi, folks. I am actually about 38 minutes past the point where I was supposed to stop. I appreciate you coming out and spend some time with me, and I will be streaming again tomorrow. I'm not sure if it'll be Deus Ex or something else, because I did not chart out a stream schedule for this week on account of the fact that I wanted to ask you guys if you wanted me to continue with the stream schedule. Actually, is that vote done in the server? I can't remember how much time I put on it. Where is it? Strem feedback. 4 votes for both. Okay, so moving forward, we will have a schedule that releases each week, and we will have specific days blocked out for the Wheel of Fun. How's that sound to you guys? We're gonna combine the 2 methods. That's what we're gonna do. All right, folks. I am gonna head out for the night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.